Okay. So Charlotte, we're looking at this and we're using simple interest. And so what is the formula for simple interest? PIN, where I equals PIN. What is P? What's P? Yeah. You should know. P is your principal, or your amount you're going to invest, or the amount you're loaning, Charlotte, all right? Yeah. So P is your principal. Amount loaned to someone else, or the amount borrowed off of someone else. Okay? Can you see that in this? Warren Barr deposited $7,500. So his principal is $7,500. That's how much he deposited. Deposited is the amount loaned to somebody else. He's depositing it somewhere else, into a bank. He's depositing, dropping it off. Okay. What's the I? Good, the interest per annum. And in this occasion, what's the interest per annum? Good, 11%, which as a multiplier is? Yes. And the N is the number of periods in years. Okay. Now, this isn't a nice, easy one where it talks about years. This is one which talks about he popping that in on September 19th. Sorry, he popped it in on the 1st of July, and then on September 19th something else happened. So in the first instance, this is in days, and therefore it has to be a fraction of 365 because it has to reflect a proportion of the year. Does that make sense, that language? Yeah. So I equals PIN, where P is 7,500, I is 0.11, and your N is so many days out of 365. And this is how I'd like you to set your learning up. So you've got the formula you're using and then PIN. All right. So from July 1st, how many months in July? How many days even in the month of July? 31. June, July, August, how many days? 31. And September? 30. But we've only got 19 of them used. 9, 10, 11, 3, 6, 7, 8. There were 81 days out of a total 365. Out of a whole year, only 81 days was this 7,500 put in at 11%. Now, can you do that on your calculator, please? So as you said, that comes out to be 183. The amount of interest is $183.08. At September 19, how much money did he have, Warren? He had 7,500 plus he had $183.08. Okay? All up, he had $7,683.08 at the end of September 19. So we've done some calculating to there, and that no longer makes any difference to us. Okay? But on September 19, he deposited another 4,900. What do we have to do with that 4,900 and this amount here? Add them together. In the account. Okay? So how much has he got now on September 19th? $12,483.08. And that becomes your new P. That's your new principal because you're now working it from September 19 until when? December 20. What's the I? Read the question. Does it talk about any I from now on? Okay. So what do you have to work with? What do you have in that question to work with in terms of a percentage interest rate from now on? 11%. They don't give you anything more, so you're going to have to work with that, aren't you? That must be what it remained at. Okay. What's your N? Do you know how you'd work out your N? Thanks, Charlotte.
What do I use the December 20?
What do you think? Yes, you're going from September 19 now to December 20. You told me that. So you're doing the same process as that. Finding what fraction of 365 days it is. Same process. Yeah? Nothing changes except the figures, but the process remains the same. Can I leave you with that now?
Yeah.
You can give that a go?
Yeah.
Call me over if it's not making sense, okay?